what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're still here at the Chicago Auto Show. Of course, we had to stop at the Hyundai booth because I have to bring more of this vehicle here. What is it? It's the all-new, totally redesigned 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe. But before we get into this midsize SUV that's been around for a while, let's talk about what's going on here. Originally, the Santa Fe was that first crossover SUV in the Hyundai lineup, and boy oh boy, going back to Y2K, the year 2000, a lot has changed, not only for Hyundai, but also in the auto industry. Now it's fascinating because the Santa Fe has been there since that beginning, and now their portfolio of crossover SUVs has grown from their smallest Konas and venues all the way up to the Santa Fe and of course the Palisade. But what I want to find out is if you're looking for a luxury spec mid-size SUV, but you don't want to go get one of the German Euro brands or something like that, is this Santa Fe the way to go? Let's go ahead, let's dive into the 2024 redesign and find out. Right off the bat, the shape really falling into line with what is fresh in the auto industry with that boxy look. It does have a lot of elements that you would normally see on a vehicle like a Land Rover Defender. Now at the front of the business, they're doing a good job kind of integrating their lighting that you would find on, say, an Ioniq N or an Ioniq 6 and bringing it into this redesigned midsize SUV. So we have our H-shape daytime running lamp. I love the way the lighting extends all the way through the center of the grille. On the lower portion, you do have functional corner air curtains. And this area with the gloss black really reminds me of a Land Rover Defender. Now, as we come across the front end, really interesting how the style plays in. All of this is actually fake grille except for this lower portion. Just a little bit functionality across the bottom. Top portion is not functional, so I am gonna have to zonk that. The reason why though, is because as we drop down, you see where this forward-facing camera is? On both sides, these are active shutters that will open and close for fuel efficiency, but also for cooling when needed. So very interesting, like I said, that technology that they're taking from the Ioniq 5, they're bringing it into this vehicle, and this is not a BEV, it's not a battery electric vehicle. Now working your way down, more functionality along the bottom portion. Love all the nice little elements of design. You do have the ridges, just like a Ruffles potato chip across the bottom lip. Just gives it some nice character at the front. And then as we rise up, I love the boxy style. Now the hood has a slight little angle and then it drips down to the top grille portion, blacked out on the Hyundai badge, and it is flush to the hood. And then as we come around the bend, what are we working with wheel and tire stuff? Now what's interesting about this one behind me, much different than the one that we originally showed you. This is actually the first time that this particular setup is being shown at an auto show. That's what we like to bring here. Now when it comes to wheel and tire, definitely digging the two-tone with the white and these black wheels. Nice satin black, multi-spoke finish all the way around. Yes, it might be a bear to keep clean, but they're gonna freaking look really, really good. And you'll notice how you have these Pirelli Scorpion tires. Nice quality tire for you to be able to do just about whatever you need. And if you're wondering, well, what's the size of this wheel? It's a 21-inch wheel, and it looks fantastic. I think that, like I said, that storm shadow, kind of stormtrooper appearance really works. Now you do have gloss black around the fender openings. Let me know how you feel about that. I'm thinking I would like to see it painted, but let me know if the gloss black is working for you. As we rise up, I want to show you something with the body line. I'm going to have Lori kind of swing around and show you how that front fender flares out and then curves around. And I think it was smart to put just a little bit of trim here with the Santa Fe name. It kind of breaks up what could be potentially a bland fender, just gives it a little bit extra element. Now, from the side, you could definitely see mid-size shape. Since the year 2000, the Santa Fe has grown in size, but with the boxy style, I think it really plays well. You have your blacked out A-pillar, that flat roof design from the A-pillar into the roof looks fantastic. Raised roof rails, get your crossbars, get your cargo basket. You're gonna have gloss black along the bottom. This is another area. Let me know how you feel about it. Is it too gloss black heavy? Are you okay with it? It's kind of a blending, some flat black and gloss black. But color matched on the door handles. And then one of my other favorite parts is how they did the side glass. Look at this. This is actually, when you look at it, it's all window. So even though it's separated, this is glass and this is also glass as well. And I'll show you inside once we get there how that looks. But like I said, it just gives it a nice overall airy feel. And then you're also gonna have the area, just like the Defender, where you could get side boxes, those utility boxes, and you could mount them on the side of the vehicle for that ultimate getaway. Let's say, you know, you got 6 kids, they've been driving you nuts, you're gonna leave them with your parents, which are their grandparents, and you and your significant other can go for a nice journey, lots of room to put stuff in. Now coming around the back, you'll see that nice flared fender. Remember, this Santa Fe is longer than the outgoing one. It's also wider. You could see the width at the back, and this is, I think, probably the biggest touching point. A lot of tongue wrestling, a lot of arm wrestling, a lot of debating over how this looks. Some people are saying it looks like a hearse. I don't know. I do like the LED lighting, especially the way they did the H, obviously for Hyundai. The Santa Fe name prominently displayed in the center. Love the way they kind of put that there. Nice long roof spoiler, and you'll also notice we don't have a rear wiper. So they actually listened, no rear wiper, and then working our way all the way down, just like up front, you're gonna have the gloss black with the ruffles, and then you have your exhaust that only exits on one side. I would like to see the dual side exit exhaust. Let me know how you feel about that, whether you like the 1 or the 2. I'm gonna say it's a zonk. I want 2, especially with the big changes. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this Santa Fe. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts underneath the hood. Now, you are gonna have 2 different engine options, which are nice. What do we have on this particular one at the Chicago Auto Show? So basically what you're looking at is a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 4, putting out 277 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed DCT transmission, 0 to 60 in about 6.2 seconds, and the vehicle weighs 4,400 pounds. Now, there will also be a hybrid version of this vehicle as well. Nice to be given choices, nice to be able to bring you your choices. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside and see what's all new for this improved Santa Fe. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I need a new midsize 3-row SUV. I just found out that I had 2 kids that I wasn't even aware of, so I need the extra space. I was thinking Palisade, but boy, oh boy, I'm liking the boxy look of this Santa Fe. How much is it? No official pricing yet, but we will be bringing it to you. Of course, it's gonna be more than the current generation Santa Fe for model year 2023. But let's see what you get when you go new Santa Fe to the door panels. Absolutely love the materials. You'll notice this almost like grayish brown material, soft touch, real wood finishes, a nice light wood, and then aluminum trim looks very classy, very upscale. The armrest, that creamy white color, no gloss black. Door pocket is a little tight, so maybe just one Whopper, a small fry, and a Pepsi to wash it down. And we do have the Bose sound system in here, which is really nice. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, same story. Look at the design, the H. You see the H in the AC vent? They actually purposefully designed this, all the elements. You even have ambient lighting that runs across the bottom and is on the edge. Love the stitching, the nice 2-tone material. Open sesame, you could actually put 23 Twinkies in there. Line them up, and then of course you have a nice little tray where you could keep your Pop-Tarts. Maybe have some strawberry, maybe some ones with little sprinkles, but you got that fully covered for the road trips. And then come on in, what do we have going on? 12.3 infotainment system, 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. It's that usual system from Hyundai, but it's a good system. It's got all the different apps. You could go into your seat controls, all those different things, very easily accessible. Of course, we're sitting at the auto show, and I can't go through all of these, but we will be doing that when we take you for the first drive. Stay tuned for that. And there we are at the McCormick Center. Working our way down, start stop button. Love the H design and the AC vents. You do have dual climate control, and when this is on, this will all light up. So you'll have your touchscreen for your AC and your dual climate control. Real knobs and buttons for everything. Hill descent control, forward-facing camera, your drive modes, and then look at what we have down here. More space and more connectivity. So you actually have your 12 volt down below, and you could put a volleyball, a basketball, or a Nerf football. So if you're done playing with your balls, if your kids are done playing with their balls, have them put them down there so nobody fights over their balls. You do have not only one, but two wireless charging. I like the way they're doing that now. USB-Cs, and you could adjust all sorts of things with the lighting. Two cup holders, semi-soft material, but I'm loving the stitching. Open this up, OMG. You could actually put a 2-liter bottle of soda in here. So if you're one of those people that just love soda, you could have a 2-liter bottle in there and just go, 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 go. Drink it each and every day. My advice is give it up, and you'll notice big changes to your life, I promise. Seats, the leather material, the stitching, the bolstering. Look at the H's. H for Hyundai. Power adjustments for the passenger, power adjustments for the driver. You do have a standard size sunroof up front, but don't get sad. You got a larger panoramic roof for the back, which is nice. And then look at this. You got the chauffeur seat. So I could actually move the seat from the driver's side here. Very, very cool. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the steering wheel that looks kind of familiar. Come on over, I want to show you. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Of course, you're going to have your memory seat settings, and you're going to have massage seats for the front row. You do have your Santa Fe badge, nice aluminum trim. Look at all the seat controls down here. You can move this thing 20 different ways to Sunday. You could even put it into sleep mode. If you get kicked out and you got to sleep in your Santa Fe, you could have your Z's in your seat. I'm 6 feet tall, love all the space, the Alcantara material, and then the steering wheel. You know that old saying, imitation is the greatest form of flattery? This looks like it's right out of a Land Rover Defender. There's no other way for me to put it. The aluminum finish, the horn button with the H badge, love the thumb controls. You do have paddles to go up and down that 8-speed DCT. And then you do have a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. I can't show you much because we are here at the auto show, and a head-up display and your column shifter for the transmission. So easily accessible, everything set up. Let me know how you feel about the steering wheel. Like I said, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but let's get into the mid-row and the third row and see how much room there is in this Santa Fe. All right, guys, mid-row time. Now the Santa Fe is a mid-size, true mid-size 3-row SUV. What's cool is that the controls for your heated seats are actually right there on the armrest for the passenger doors. And then you still have your Bose sound system, 2 cup holders. You could put some Yoplait yogurt in there, maybe some Go-Gurt for the kids. And then what's nice is that the seat material is the same as the front seats. With the H stitching, armrest is a zonk. They need to look at the American brands to get some bigger captain's chair armrests. That's just one of those things. For some reason, they keep them too skinny. I do like the pockets in the back. You do have enough room for a Texas Instrument calculator or an abacus. And you'll notice we have our AC vents built in with the H design. And then look at what we have here. I want to show you something. This is kind of cool. You could actually open the center console to get to that 2-liter bottle of soda. Everybody could take a swig and pass it around. And then there's also another storage area here for your Fritos chips. Maybe some cheese doodles, maybe some, I don't know, Doritos. I'd like some Cool Ranch right about now. And then the backs of the seats, you have the USB-Cs. And then, like I said, this is a chauffeur seat, so I could actually control it from the back seat as well. Sitting here, I'm 6 feet tall, not even close to this Alcantara headliner with our fixed glass roof. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into the back, and let me show you how you do this. You actually hit this button here, and the whole seat, it's power electric mid-row seats. No other mid-size SUV has that. And now I'm gonna get into the back. And you can see that you actually have AC controls back here, nicely placed for the third row. USB-Cs, and a home power source. So no longer does the third seat passenger have to feel like a peasant. They could actually feel like the king. The only problem is it's not the same seat material as the other rows, and that's a bit of a zonk. But let's get to the cargo area so I can show you how much room there is in the Santa Fe. All right, guys, last piece of the puzzle, cargo. Hit the button, nice electric assist, large rear liftback door here. And this is where it gets a little bumpy. You're not gonna have much room with the third row up. Maybe a small, super small kid stroller, maybe some hockey sticks, that's about it. Now the good news is to put the seats down, it's really easy. You're just gonna go ahead, boom, boom, just like that. And now Lori can show you where those AC controls are and everything, nicely placed, USB-Cs and the home power source. And if you need a little bit more room, of course the third row will fold down, but there is usable storage. Now my question is this a drain plug? I hope this is a drain plug because you could turn this into a mini cooler. Perfect for tailgating. Are you gonna be at the Super Bowl on Sunday? Who are you going with, 49ers? Are you going with the Chiefs? Let me know in that comment section. But this is something that is, I think, a true game changer for Hyundai. Reinventing the Santa Fe. I don't think anybody would have guessed a Santa Fe would look like this come model year 2024, but definitely did the business. Let me know how you feel about it. If you think this is the best new luxury midsize 3-row SUV you want to get. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise Rise family. We can't do this without Lori. If she wasn't here, I wouldn't be here. So thank you, Lori, for doing all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.